Z questions. Can you hear me okay? Like, am I coming through alright?
Z questions. They belong here more than me. I don't know. Let's test. Hi. Hello, Justine.
Hello, Daniel.
We got tagged to do questions by our friend Alvin, one of my best friends.
Wow.
And his channel is Tengu230 on YouTube.
Yep.
And there's 15 questions, and he tagged both of us to do this since this is our joint channel. To do 15 questions. So Justine here is going to read them off, and we're both going to answer each one of them in great depth and detail.
Excitement.
So, Justine, I pass you the speaking baton.
Okay. Question number one.
Question number one.
What year were you born?
Oh, shit. Like, I missed this one on my SATs.
Wow.
1983.
You were born in 1983. I was born in 1987.
See, 83
Black.
was, I think, one of the years that the last Star Wars came out. I think.
1983 sucked balls compared to 1987.
I think you were full of shit, youngin'. You gotta have respect for your elders.
Yes. 87. 87 is where it's at.
83 is where it's at.
Anyways. Question number two.
Question number two.
What was your first curse word?
Oh, shit. So Alvin said, like, crap, but never really considered crap like a curse word.
It's not technically a curse word, I guess, but, like, it can be a word that if you said it, you could get in trouble with your parents, maybe?
I fully remember calling my uncle a shithead one time.
Well, how old are you?
I was fucking tiny. I was little bitty. I was like 7, 8.
Wow, what happened?
I don't remember. Honestly, I just remember that I called him a shithead, and then I got in trouble for it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get in trouble.
Yeah, I think I got beat. Like a fucking redheaded stepchild.
We don't condone those activities on this channel, by the way.
I'm not saying that it was the right course of action. It just was what happened to me. I was beat. That and, like, I remember, like, there was a character in the Ninja Turtle called Baxter Stockman.
Uh-huh. And
for some reason, we called my dad Baxter Stockman, but we mispronounced it and called him Bastard. And I think we got in trouble for that. But this is like, these are like two things. This is the earliest thing that I can remember. I was very, very young.
Weird.
What about you?
So, you would think, knowing me and my ability to work in curse words like a grand artist would work in watercolors or pastels, that I would have some kind of, like, cool story, or that I would know what my first curse word was. I totally don't.
Well, it's because you've used so many.
Maybe, and there's all just blended together. But I will say that this kind of shows you how weird my parents were. My parents let me watch Beavis and Butthead when I was little.
Oh, no.
I mean, I was little when that came out.
Yeah, no shit, because I remember when it came out.
They let me watch it, but I wasn't allowed to say butthead when I was talking about the show. So instead of saying butthead, I had to say peanut head or pickle head.
What?
Like, if I was talking about the show, I had to say Beavis and Picklehead instead of Butthead.
Wow, that's very weird considering I think those two said a lot worse than that on the show.
Oh man, my parents are weird.
What year were you when that movie came out, or how old were you when that movie came out?
When the movie came out, I was older. Like, I mean, I wasn't tiny when the movie came out.
Oh.
I was tiny when the show was out.
Yeah.
Definitely. I had the soundtrack to the movie.
That movie soundtrack was pretty fucking...
CD.
That shit was killer. I still have it.
Oh my god. That was probably one of my first CDs that I ever bought.
Fucking Boys to Men. 2.
The Boys to Men. Oh, that was your first thing.
That was fucking, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Don't even start. You don't even know.
We're moving right along.
Alright.
Question number 3.
Number 3.
What shows did you grow up with?
Ninja Turtles, for one. Transformers, G.I. Joe, Full House, Boy Meets World, Doug, Rocko's Modern Life, Ren and Stimpy, Beavis and Butthead. I mean, shit, the list goes on and on. Like Thundercats and fucking Voltron.
Oh, wow, you're old.
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fuck, I think those are the ones that I can remember off the top of my head. Like, definitely Ninja Turtles, though. I was super obsessed with that show.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I was a turtle. I didn't.
I still have my Ninja Turtles bowl that I eat out of.
I still have my Ninja Turtle collection up in the loft of my parents' house in a box with the fucking turtle blimp and the turtle sewer. And one of these days I'm going to take it down and I'm going to fucking play with them.
I would sell them. I bet they're worth something.
They probably are. But they're all like they've all been played with by like a fucking little tiny child.
A little tiny child.
Yeah, I don't know how much they're actually worth, but that shit was fucking cool as hell.
Same kind of for me. I grew up watching a lot of Ren and Stimpy, another probably inappropriate show that my parents allowed me to watch. I watched a lot of Bill Nye the Science Guy, a lot of Arthur, a lot of Reading Rainbow, Ninja Turtles, Powerpuff Girls, Doug, Rocko's Modern Life.
Yeah.
Anything that came on the TGIF like lineup, or that came on the Snick lineup. You remember fucking Snick? Clarissa Explains It All.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
And Are You Afraid of the Dark? And
what was the fucking like the sketch comedy show that they had?
Roundhouse.
Was that what it was called?
Yes. I used to love me some Roundhouse.
And they had fucking Keenan and Kel?
No, that was All That.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Roundhouse preceded All That.
Did it?
Like comedy sketch TV show on Nickelodeon, yeah.
But they had a show called Keenan and Kel.
Yeah, that was after All That.
Kel loves orange soda. Yeah. That was like the worst impression of that ever. I'm gonna edit that out later.
No, you're gonna. But like shit like that.
I forgot about how Bill Nye and fucking Bob Ross.
Yeah. And what?
Bob Ross.
Oh, you used to watch that as a kid?
Hell yeah, me and my brother used to watch that shit. We used to get high and watch them when we were fucking like 6.
As a kid?
No, I mean, obviously I'm joking, but like, we did used to watch them because that shit was fucking interesting. He used to make bushes with a chisel. Like, who does that?
I always wanted to know, I always wanted to learn how to do shit with a chisel.
I think I'm gonna ASMR video to fucking Bob Ross tonight. That shit's on YouTube.
I was why does he even need brushes? He can do magic with chisels. It's amazing. I may have to do the same thing because I like watching him paint pictures too, but he just had very pleasing, calming demeanor that would put you right out.
He was in the army at one point, I think.
What? I don't believe you.
Yeah, I mean, he was. And, that shit is going to get looked up after this video is done. But,
that's crazy.
Homeboy was straight up, in the army. From what I can remember.
Oh.
I don't know. So was Mr. Rogers.
Oh, I knew that one.
Yeah. Fred Rogers.
Oh, and that was another one. I used to watch Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood a lot.
Yeah, his fucking clown friend scared the shit out of me.
That's another one that could function as an ASMR video.
It's got too much the ding ding from the trolley and
I mean the sections where he's in his house talking to you, or he's watching picture or feeding his fish, or out having field trips.
That's where the modern day kids don't understand what is good quality TV shows. They've got fucking Dora the Explorer that's same map, and then there's fucking flashing lights and a giant robot jumps out.
I don't know if you ever watched an episode of Dora the
No, I
Explorer. That
totally
shit is
have.
not what happened.
That is exactly what happens. They fucking sing songs and they teach Spanish. Back in my day, this country was founded in American.
Oh my god, speaking of like cool shows I used to watch on Nick Jr., I used to watch like shit like Gullah Gullah Island and Allegra's Playhouse, Big Comfy Couch, which is a Canadian TV show.
Romper Room.
Oh, hell yeah. Bananas and Pajamas.
See, I never got into pajamas and bananas.
That shit was trippy. Like, I could only watch a little bit of it before I was like, this is weird.
Yeah, Gullah
I feel
Gullah.
like I should be on some kind of substance.
I watched Gullah Gullah Island, but that was because my mom used to watch kids.
That's how I learned Swahili. Like,
Whoa.
the Swahili that I know.
Did they did teach Swahili on that, didn't
Yeah,
they?
like, Jambo means hello.
That's fucking crazy. I forgot about that. I just remember a big giant frog.
And it was a pollywog, thank you very much.
Motherfucker was... Want to talk about some acid trips? That thing...
He was yellow, and he was a pollywog.
And he had the spots.
He still has his tail, but he also has froggy legs.
Just, for 10 cool points, name that pollywog.
If you hadn't asked me, I could have told you. You know.
I do know.
What is it?
Binya Binya.
You're right.
I know. I'm usually right.
Oh, wow. I'm impressed, sir.
Yep. I get the cool points.
You
And
do get the full point.
you get to read the next question.
Move on to another question.
Yep.
You ready?
I am definitely ready.
Question number 4.
Number 4.
Advice for your younger self.
Don't drop out of college. Stay in school. Don't be a fool.
Knowledge is power.
G.I. Joe. That's like literally, that's like the biggest form of like, don't play WoW because that shit's stupid, and don't drop out of college. Also, don't join the fraternity.
Excuse
That's very weak. I'm like not impressed at all.
I know. I suck at life.
So those are like my biggest ones. Like,
I think those are good rules of thumb.
yeah, don't play WoW.
Rules of thumb? Rules
It's-
of thumbs.
No, it's rules of thumb. Like it's a rule of thumb, but it's multiple, so there's multiple rules, not multiple
There
thumbs.
could be multiple thumbs, too.
I'm just reminded of fucking Boondock Saints.
Anyway, so advice for my younger self would be to not be so, like, destructive and mean with myself. Just don't ever do that.
That's pretty good advice.
Ever in the world.
There you go.
Dun dun dun.
Dum-ba-dum-ba-dum.
Question number 5.
Sink it.
What is your clothing style? What is your clothing style?
I feel like,
Your answer is going to be a lot easier than mine, so you go first.
I feel like my clothing style is whatever's comfortable, and that way I'm very much a stoner. So hoodies and like loose-fitting clothes with many pockets for all of my doobies and or lighters.
Wow, you're making yourself sound way cooler than you actually are.
I am super cool. Like, I mean,
except for when you are, dressed in the man clothing, which is like button downs and slacks.
don't fucking knock my fucking business casual work clothing. That's how Papa pays the bills.
I suppose.
All right, Justine, how about you tell us about your style?
I'm trying to have people explain to me what my clothing style is, but it's they have a hard time with it. So it's somewhere in between, like, bohemian, hippie, hipster scene kid, rockabilly, punk, prep.
Could you hit any more categories on that one as you're explaining it?
I'm complex. I like to be comfortable, though. Like, that's my big thing. I don't like to be uncomfortable. So, I get really excited when it gets cold. So that means I can wear hoodies. And I wear Chucks because my feet are small and I have a hard time finding shoes that fit me. And I wear a lot of jumpers because jumpers are fucking cool. A lot of times I either look like a 9-year-old girl or a 13-year-old boy, basically.
You do look a lot like a hipster.
Scene kid. So let's not get into that. No, 6.
What's number 6?
What was your favorite toy when you were younger?
Oh shit. Does Nintendo count?
I think it can.
I mean, like that's what I was on from a very early age. That's the one thing that I played, Nintendo, and then all that. But like, I guess my Ninja Turtles, if it's like an actual legit toy that we're talking about, like outside of video games,
Mm-hmm.
like Ninja Turtles, just all of them.
You know, I really loved Ninja Turtles, but I never had any of the figures, like the action figures.
That is a deprived childhood right there.
Lame. I had a lot of toys, and I liked them all. And I probably could, if I had a little more time to think about it, I could probably find a better answer. But the one that's popping into my head, because I was just talking about it with my grandma, because she still has all these toys. When I was little, I used to play with something called quints, and they were tiny. There were 5 babies. I held up 4 fingers.
Yeah,
And I said
I saw that.
5. No, they won't be able to see that. There are 5 little babies.
Yeah.
And you could name them. It was 3 girls and 2 boys, and they were quintuplets. So like you had to buy all the shit. Like I had clothing for them, and each of them had like different colors. They rode tricycles. They each had puppies and kitties. They had 5 high chairs.
What?
And they each had their own bottle. They each had their own bottle that you could fill with water, and then you could feed them the water, and it had like a little mouth hole, and it would cut out their bottoms, and if you didn't change their diaper fast enough, they would get diaper rash.
Oh god.
They were like my favorite toy ever. I loved quints. Quints are fucking cool, and kids don't have them anymore.
That is creepy.
Probably for good reason, because all of their shit was super, super tiny. I'm surprised I didn't swallow any of those things.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you were super tiny, so I mean, it was just like life size for you.
Yeah, well, I like having things that are smaller than me. Okay, question number 7. Most embarrassing moment that you can remember?
I shit in a bucket on a beach in front of my entire family. I feel like that takes the cake.
That is pretty awesome.
I mean, like, there's really not much more to tell to that story than, like, we were at the beach that we would frequent all the time, and I was very little, and I said I needed to take a poo-poo, and they put me on a bucket, and then they buried it in the sand somewhere, so some poor kid is going to be making a sandcastle, and there's just a turd there now.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's not there anymore, if that helps you at all.
I mean, like, I don't care if it's there anymore. Like, that's their problem, not mine. Like, it was probably the single most embarrassing moment.
It ceases being my problem after it's left my butt.
That's the problem for the world now. Yeah, like, I mean, I'm not worried about it. I'm sure it's probably, if it's still around, it's floating in that lake somewhere.
Gross. I gotta be honest with you. Like, I've had a lot of embarrassing things happen to me, but I'm, like, at a loss right now. Like, I can't remember any of them. Do you remember any of them? Because, like, we've talked about this question before. Do you remember any of the ones that I've told you?
Like, I feel like it's not my place to tell you your embarrassing moment. I feel like...
I can't remember one. Do you remember one? And you just don't want to say?
I'm trying to remember one now.
I'm going to. This is funny because this is actually a story that my mom freaking loves to tell at any turn. So when I was in high school, I was in ROTC, and one day we were talking about like what colleges we wanted to go to after high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I had said that I wanted to go to the University of Dallas or University of Austin. I meant UT, which is in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
But I said the University of Austin. And I just, like, in front of my whole ROTC class and my sergeant major, and, like, just got ridiculed terribly. Because, like, I didn't know the name of the actual university. I thought it like a fucking jackass.
Oh, so you're like, I really want to go here, but I don't even know the name of it.
That was bad. And I made the mistake of telling my mom about it that day, and she still fucking remembers that story and will tell it, like, any chance that she gets.
Well, what are parents for?
So embarrassing. Anyways, that's an embarrassing moment.
All right.
All right. Question number ocho.
Ocho.
What was your first R-rated movie?
I don't know.
You're fired.
I am pretty fired. I can't remember, like, probably Terminator. I think that was R-rated, wasn't it?
Let me look it up.
I think it is.
After I look at my answer.
No. I'm gonna go with Terminator. I know that I watched that when I was pretty young. That and, like, Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, I watched some of that and, like,
I'm sure it is.
scared the fucking shit out of me.
The first Terminator or the second Terminator?
First Terminator was an R movie. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So, like, I'm gonna go with that one. I think that was, like, the earliest, like, recorded history that Danny has of R-rated movies. What about Justine?
So I'm pretty sure I watched other R-rated movies before this movie came out, but the one that sticks out in my mind that I went and saw with my dad and my uncle and my cousin when it came out in the theaters was Starship Troopers.
I watched that in theaters.
That came out when I was 10, and we went and saw it, and it sticks out in my mind because there was so much, like, nudity and sex in that.
Yep.
In that movie. And that was still, like, I was 10 years old. Like, I was still young enough for, like, my dad to cover my eyes whenever, like, nakedness would happen. Which, like, I later on, like, put a stop to because I was like, listen, Father, I have breasts. That means I'm allowed to look at other breasts on screen. Because that's mostly nudity in film, is breasts or female form.
Yeah.
And he was like, you've got a good point. Because, like, I had breasts at, like, 9. So, Starship Troopers for me.
That was a good movie. I remember watching that and being thoroughly shocked and impressed that there was boobies and just gore, and, like, it was, like, the best thing ever for, like, a fucking 14-year-old boy.
Yeah, it's really all the things that you want.
Yeah, I mean, they were shooting, like, guns at fucking bugs, and there was boobies, like, boobies everywhere, and then, like...
There were boobies everywhere, and butts. Male butts.
And then fucking, like, people getting heads chopped off, people getting limbs cut off.
People getting whipped.
Fucking Neil Patrick Harris was in it.
Yeah, all the good things.
Yeah.
All the things that you need. Okay. Question number 9.
9.
One song you loved to listen to as a child.
As a child?
Child.
Or, like, as, like, an adolescent?
Child.
I'm thinking here.
You want me to go while you think?
No, you know what? I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Ace of Base. I Saw the Sign.
Wow. 90s kids.
I mean, like, only the coolest song ever, really. Did you see the sign? Did it open up your eyes?
I love Ace of Base.
That shit was the fucking bomb-tastic.
It's like one of the few parts I like about Pitch Perfect.
Oh yeah, when they sing that.
Yeah.
I like just all the songs in Pitch Perfect.
I don't really like Pitch Perfect.
You're not a good person. That's why.
Overhyped.
I mean, yeah, definitely overhyped, but, like, I still like the mashups. I thought they were cool.
That's because you're a sucker for mashups.
I am a sucker for, yeah, mashups. And Bruno Mars. They mashed Bruno Mars up with Nelly, which is fucking awesome, by the way.
In the movie?
Oh, yeah. It's when they're in the pool and they're doing, like, their little, like, okay, Anna Kendrick, you save the day now. And, like, they like, one girl starts off singing "Just the Way You Are," and then Anna Kendrick chimes in with "It Was Only But a Dream" or "Dream" or something by Nelly. Yeah, dude, it's in the movie. I'm not lying to you.
I don't know this song at all.
I will.
This Nelly song that you're saying.
I don't want to sing it because it's going to be on the. This is being recorded.
I think you need to because I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was like, it
what
was
album was it
only
on?
just a dream. Oh, God, I hate you for not knowing that just from that.
This doesn't sound like Nelly.
It's Nelly.
The rapper?
The rapper with the fucking Band-Aid on his cheek.
What album was this on? Not Country Grammar.
I don't think
Not Nelly, though.
It wasn't on either one of those. Let's see here. By Nelly. That part. That is all getting edited out, by the way, because I just.
Yes, please.
So yeah.
Anyways, I don't like this record.
I don't like you.
Is the take-home message. A song I loved to listen to when I was little, when I was like 5 or 6 years old, was Enter Sandman by Metallica.
That's a good song.
I was raised listening to Metallica. I really liked Metallica growing up. And I used to have super long hair when I was little, so I would headbang in my parents' bedroom to Metallica. It was weird.
Another song was In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know if I could get any more white with my choices, but I'm pretty sure I can. I just like that little, the part where, like, the little drum solo comes in. It's like, and I was like, yeah!
That's most songs in the 90s.
Yeah, well, Phil Collins fucking did it great.
Phil Collins.
Phil Collins. You know what Phil Collins also did great? Question number 10.
Question number 10.
Question number 10.
What were your favorite video games as a child?
Mario. Definitely Mario. Mario. The anything Zelda Link related. Fuck. Like those two were like the biggest. Like, yeah, Nintendo fanboy right here. But like those were what I played through like then, and I still play through those now. Like any Zelda that comes out, I play through. Any Mario that comes out, I usually play through. Because I am a creature of fucking habit. But yeah, so those were the ones that I was like obsessed with, and like Ninja Turtles. The Ninja Turtles video game. Number 2. Number 1 sucked balls because it was hard as hell. And number 2 was pretty fucking good. It was like an arcade game.
Oh. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. 1 was hard.
I played a lot of video games as a kid. Let's see, Mario Paint, Super Mario Brothers. My uncle gave me his old ass Game Boy, the big gray brick, and I used to play Tetris on that. I also had the Sega handheld. What was that called?
Game Gear. I had one of those.
Yeah, Game Gear, and what was the Tetris game that went on that? I think it's called Columns.
Yeah, it was Columns.
Yeah, like Columns,
Bejeweled.
Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Crash Bandicoot, Area 51, all the Pokemon games. Yeah.
Yeah, the Pokemon games were fucking badass.
Yeah, all those, pretty much. Alright. Question number 11.
Number 11.
Rain, oh, shine.
I think you know the answer to this one. Fucking rain.
Rain.
Especially now, like, in California, we need the rain. Like, I love rain. I like driving in it. I like being in it. I like listening to it. So, rain.
Definitely rain for me. I don't like driving in it, but I like being at home, snugly with soup in a hoodie when it's raining. I like listening to it. I do not like driving in it, though.
If you like rain, California's about to get fucking flooded, by the way.
It is?
Oh yeah, we're set up to get like some of the most record-breaking rainstorms in history.
For y'all?
For
or,
this
like,
winter.
Is it going to be substantial?
It's going to be huge. I mean, there's 3 tropical storms right now in the Pacific Ocean. And we're going to start getting fallout from that, like, soon. And then, like, that shit is going to fucking, like, they're predicting, like, there's a 90% chance that we're going to get, like, just crazy amounts of rain. Like, flooding rains. Like, probably not the good kind of rain. Like, the bad kind of rain.
One of my families that I work for, they are from California, and they were telling me that, like, floods are the worst thing for California because the way some of your, like, bridges and highways and roads are set up, they're not set up to withstand flooding. Like, they're just, like in Texas, we have, like, huge cement columns that highways are on or whatever, but, like, in California, like, a lot of your roads are just, like, on mounds of dirt, basically.
Yeah, no, seriously, that's how that works in California. It's like
that's nuts. Who did that?
Well,
whoever did that is stupid.
We don't have rainstorms like this, and like it's the bad kind of rain only because like it's gonna rain a bunch and it's gonna like obviously help out with the drought, but then there's just like too much, and we're not gonna be able to like capture it all, you know. It's just we're gonna get too much rain too fast.
Yikes.
So it's gonna be no bueno, but like this and that's coming like this fall, and this like winter is what they're saying, what they're predicting. So like, yeah, we're gonna get fucked this year, but definitely it's gonna be kind of fun, at least for the first bit of it. My little creek in the back I'm gonna be living at Pebble Creek instead of like. Maybe it's a creek. Maybe it's just a little fucking...
Pebble Creek?
That's the name of my apartment complex.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was confusing it with Pebble Beach. And I was like, Pebble Beach is a golf course.
Yeah, no, this is Pebble Creek.
Anyways, question number 12.
Yes.
What are 2 of your hobbies?
2 of my hobbies would be playing video games and editing film.
Editing film?
Editing, like, footage, I guess, would be the better.
Footage, yeah.
Footage with
footage.
A foot in it.
Edge.
Foot edge. Foot
Edge.
Foot age.
2 of my hobbies, obviously, like, one of them obviously is playing video games, but I'm not going to count that. I'm going to go with yoga and I don't want to say reading, that sounds stupid. I read a lot, though. And baking.
I'd say reading. You read a metric fuck ton.
Reading, baking, yoga.
A metric fiction.
Call back. Number 13. What do you do when you're upset? Okay, I have a funny way to answer this.
What?
How about I answer what you do when you're upset, and you answer what I do when I'm upset. Or no.
Okay, go.
No. You answer for yourself.
No. You lagged. You lagged a little bit, so I didn't get a chance to answer until you finished talking. Go answer. You brought this up. This is your doing.
Miss when you're upset,
Guzman.
You get all like hot and bothered, and you curse, and you get frustrated. And sometimes you pout and throw yourself on your bed and are angry at the world, and you make a grumpus face.
That's pretty close. It's pretty
okay,
close.
Now you say your answer for yourself, and then you can answer for me.
In the past, when I got upset, like, upset as in, like, somebody has died, upset, like, things like that, like, I've always kind of wanted to take a drive. Usually that's kind of helped.
I thought it meant more like anger.
Oh, well, yeah. I just curse a lot when I get angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you pretty much got it right. I don't know about the flopping on the bed and throwing the grumpus face up, but maybe.
What about me?
Um, when you get angry, you kind of get silent. Like when you get frustrated, you go quiet. Like, yeah, you have outbursts of "what the fuck" or shit like that. But when you get like really angry, I've noticed, or like really kind of upset about something, you get kind of quiet. Like you like internalize it, and like I have to like pry it out of you with a crowbar sometimes.
I don't know if you have to pry it out of me with a crowbar,
I
but
mean, like I go, "What's wrong?" and you just don't answer.
I mean, you haven't seen me angry very many times, or at least not angry at you very many times.
No, you haven't been angry at me that many times. I mean, I've pissed you off a couple of times, yeah, um, but usually you tell me, I get it out of you, but usually you kind of go quiet on me.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Like, I don't yell and scream.
Mm-mm.
If I'm mad at a person, I don't curse at them, but if I'm mad at like a situation, yeah, I curse about that or whatever. I usually get quiet because I don't want to say something that I'll regret, so I get quiet. And also, one of my impulses is to like flee the situation a lot of the time,
Yep.
weirdly. So that's what I do when I get upset, like angry, which doesn't happen too frequently.
Well, I don't think you've seen me super upset. Like I've never been super upset with you.
You've been super angry at me at least twice.
I've been frustrated with you, but I don't know about super angry. Eric got the wrath of my super angry that one time where
Really?
yeah, I was up for blood. I knew it would bother him, and I started poking at it.
You're evil.
I'm a bad angry person, but I don't get that way unless like it's a very rare situation that I get that angry. Like usually I have to work up to it a lot, and there's only
Yeah.
certain people that can actually get me that angry. Eric's one of them.
Hmm. Interesting.
And trusting.
Are we ready for number 14?
Episode 14.
Number 14. Do you believe in aliens and ghosts?
I believe in aliens, but I don't believe aliens come here and fucking abduct us and anally probe us for funsies. Like, I feel like if aliens existed, which I do feel like that, the universe is too big for them not to exist,
Mm-hmm.
and they have like interdimensional travel, and they did view the Earth, they'd be like, "Fuck this, let's go." Like, do you feel like dying tonight, Fred? No. Let's go back to Zigzorgnax 14.
Nice.
Ghosts? I don't know. That'd be kind of fun, but like, not really. I believe that maybe something. Because like, what I do believe is that there's a lot unexplained left in the universe. What we perceive as ghosts might be something that we don't even know what could be. So, that's my answer.
Okay. I believe in aliens. I also think the universe is too big for there not to be aliens. Like, if we're the smartest thing in the galaxy is fucked, basically. So I believe there are aliens out there. I don't know necessarily if they want anything to do with us. I know I wouldn't want if I can have anything to do with us if I was an alien from Zargon 9 or whatever the hell you just said.
Zigzorgon X 14.
um, Ghosts, like the rational part of me that believes in like science and evidentiary support is like, no, ghosts don't exist. But there's another part of me that's like, I've seen things that I can't necessarily explain that I feel like I have seen with my eyes. Like, and I don't know, a part of me wants to believe that like our souls imprint on the world sometimes, but I don't know. That's like 5% of me, and 95% of me that believes in science and evidentiary support and stuff like that. So there that is.
Sure.
Ready for the last question?
Do it. Do it, number 15.
What do you love and hate about the YouTube community?
I don't know if I hate anything about the YouTube community. What I find frustrating is trying to get, like, your name out there in terms of your channel. Because what I love about the YouTube community is I've met some pretty cool people exclusively through YouTube and through Alvin. And these people are cool people. I talk to them all the time, like Average Adversary and like John and that kid that found us. I'm gonna like completely butcher his channel name. I think it's Nakaruto.
That's probably right.
I think that's what he calls his channel, and I apologize to you, sir, because you're about to get tagged in this anyway.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool because these people find you, and then they talk to you, and like they want to play games, and that's basically what it is. A community of like-minded people like getting together. I just kind of wish there was an easier way to get our channel more exposure. So we would be more exposed to these people and could talk to them, and they could comment on our stuff and, watch our stuff. So that's the frustrating part, which kind of leads into what I like about it. So what about you?
That's probably the same. Like, I'm naturally curious, so I like to look at the comments under videos that I watch. And all those comments are fucking stupid, but a lot of them are really nice. And in general, I feel like the YouTube community, like the people that watch and the people that put material out there are very like collaborative and loving and supportive and want to like help you out or want to patronize your channel, which is nice. It's a nice camaraderie. I mean, I don't have that much experience with it, only through this joint channel that we have. But I guess what I don't like is weird comments and like people that are like, for as much love as there is out there, there's like that much stupidity and hatred that randomly happens in comments.
Yeah.
And whatnot, so that's not great. But, what are you going to do?
Yeah. I think that was the last question.
No, tag people.
Okay. So, like I said before, we're going to tag one of the first subscribers to our channel that kind of just found our channel, just randomly. Nakaruto, you're tagged, buddy.
You didn't know you're gonna get punished for doing something nice.
Yeah. Now you have to do it. I am also gonna tag Average Adversary. Because why not? You need to do something, buddy. I'm also going to tag John. I know Alvin tagged John already, and maybe the double tag will make him do it.
Get double teamed.
And then the last one is going to be Kit and Mittens, because she needs to put up one of these. I think that would be funny.
Kit and Mittens!
So yeah, I think that was 5. It might have been 4. If that's 4, then somebody tag yourself and do it. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
That would be spectacular.
Mer.
So, Justine.
Yes, Daniel.
We answered all the questions.
I think this ends our broadcast day.